right, like I promised, I'm going to do a movie review for you. If you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. My name is Graham. I run this channel called Surreal Cinema. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but this is it. I have over 6,000 movie titles, and my goal is to review a movie, every one of them, actually, to watch and review every single movie I own, and bring you the movie review for it and talk about it. Hopefully in depth for what I can remember. Sometimes I can't seem to remember. Sometimes I didn't like movies. You know how it goes. But either way, I just wanted to let you know. And I want to invite you. Hit that subscribe button. Stick around. Watch a few of my videos. Let me know what you think in the comment section of my videos. And, you know, I respond to every single comment ever on this channel. So I don't care if it becomes a full-time job just to sit and respond to every video. Even if I only give you a thumbs up and a heart, it lets you know that I read your comment. Sometimes, you know, you ask a question, you get an answer. But with that being said, let's get right into this. This movie, or play, I guess it's more of a play. I saw this. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what's going on. So I have owned probably about 400 VHS titles, and they've all been sitting over here on a shelf for probably about 2 years now, and I haven't done a damn thing with them. Just telling you how it is. I haven't done anything with them. They've just been sitting there. They haven't been in the database of my... So I have my phone, and I have this My Movies database, and they haven't even been in that. So I didn't even know they existed. I've actually bought 2 or 3 of them over the course of a couple of years now. I've bought 2 or 3 of them on DVD, not realizing I actually owned them already. They haven't been in the database. So I'm in the process right now of putting them in my database. This one, I love Lily. I think Lily is freaking amazing. She is one of the best woman comedians ever. She was on a TV show, and I can't remember if it was at Saturday Night Live or Mad TV. I don't remember. It wasn't in Living Color. I don't remember what it was, but she was on a TV show. Maybe one of you guys know what it is, and put it down in the comment section for me. I love Lily. Lily has changed the way I view comedy. Ever since I was a really little kid. I watched this video when I was really little, and I forgot all about it. My type of comedy or acting is character comedy, where I kind of dress up like a character and I become the character and I talk as if I'm that individual. That is my kind of comedy, and I really enjoy doing that, and I haven't done it in a few years. There's a few videos, I don't know if you can find them, somewhere on my page you can find them. They link to another channel called, was it We Are Unique or something like that. But, and there's some of my comedy in there. But when I was about 10 years, I want to say about 9 or 10, I had access to a VHS camcorder. And I started doing comedy, and I was the one that really gets me, and I remember the most. Whew. I need a drink, hold on. The one I remember the most is where I was playing a newscaster. I had long, vibrant red hair. Naturally born redhead. But long, bright red hair. And I greased it up into spikes, and I put the camera right on my head, and I was shaking my head just a little bit, and I was yelling into the camera, basically, "Yeah, man, it's really freaking hot down here!" And all you could see was my hair moving like fire. It looked like fire on the screen. It was hilarious. And, man, it's really hot down here, and the wind has shifted, and it's got to be 230 degrees, and I feel like I'm just about to erupt. And then all of a sudden I would switch characters to somebody in the newsroom, with a suit on and a tie. Oh, that's very fascinating to hear. Yes, so any chance of possible rain in your future? Well, about 500 miles away, there's acid rain coming down, but it's melting everything in sight. I would just do that. It was funny. I did that, and then I also did like this thing between Billy Bob and Billy Bob, which I want to bring them back. I want to bring Billy Bob and Billy Bob back so bad, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna get like demonetized or something. Oh, I'm already, but the world we live in today doesn't accept comedy the way we used to when I was a kid. Let's put it that way. But Billy Bob was the first. Billy Bob was a little girl. She was probably about 3.5, 4 years, closer to 4 years old. And she had a really good friend of hers named Billy Bob also. They just called him Billy, but he was probably about 45 years old, and severely mentally handicapped. I guess you can't say retarded anymore, even though it's a clinical diagnosis. You can't say it. It's just mentally handicapped. We'll go with that. And they would have these conversations back and forth with each other, just simple, childlike conversations. It was really a lot of fun to do, and I did probably about 5 or 6 different skits that I did. And I would do it at a place called the Blue Door Comedy Club in Spokane. It's in the Garland district. And it was really kind of fun because everything was not ad lib. What do they call that? Off the cuff. It was, you kind of had the idea of where you were going and you just went with it. And none of my comedy was scripted. But if you're watching me on stage, this was what was really cool. I walked on stage as Billy Bob with the 40-year-old Billy Bob, and I'm dragging my foot behind me, and I had a cleft hand, and I introduced myself as Billy, and everyone was just silent and intrigued. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, here comes Billy Bob. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, hi, Billy." That wasn't the voice I used. It was a, well, hi. My name is Billy, and I'm. That was the direction I went. And it was funny, and not really like funny, but it would draw you in. The audience would get sucked into it. And I did that because of this. This is what did it for me. The search for signs of intelligent life in the universe. I watched this when I was younger, and then started my comedy based on character acting, and I loved it. I thought I had so much fun. I forgot all about this movie, or Broadway play. I guess it's more of a Broadway play, even though it's not really. It is, but it isn't. And she jumps back and forth from the character to what she really looks like on stage, to the character, what she really looks like on stage. And the storyline to this does bring you full circle, and it's absolutely mesmerizing and amazing. I went to look to add this to my list, put a number on it, add to my list, and I realized that VHS is going for over $50 online, upwards of $90 to $120 for this VHS online. And I'm like, wow. Here's my food for thought, and I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do it yet. I'm thinking about selling this, listing it on Amazon, or eBay or something and selling this copy and upgrading to DVD. It would never went to Blu-ray, but upgrading to DVD. And I'm thinking about doing it. I'm really surprised it went to DVD. I don't think this will ever make it to Blu-ray. There is one character in here for a really short period of time where Lily puts on blackface, or sort of blackface, not exactly blackface, but pretty close. And so because of that, it may never make it to Blu-ray. It may never see the light of day again. And I'm thinking that's probably why it's $50. But let's talk about it. I'm already like 11 minutes in. Let's talk about this. So Lily Tomlin, she plays, on the back you can kind of see, she plays a bunch of characters in this, and all the characters kind of interact with each other and they know each other and that kind of thing. Truthfully though, you are looking at somebody with multiple personality disorder, which is, in real life, is not funny. There's nothing funny about it. But, with all comedy, you have to make fun of the dark side of life in order to make it funny. Really, that's the way most comedy works. And that's what Lily does here, is she really hones in on a multiple personality disorder and is able to make it so that there's a storyline to it, and all these people interact with each other and they all have something in common. They all know about each other, and it's intriguing and it's enjoyable. You get about halfway through, and it's really long. It's like 100 and, what is this? 100. I want to say it's 120 minutes. Yeah, 120 minutes long, and it's copyrighted for 1992. But it about halfway through, so about an hour in, you kind of sit there and you're like, this is kind of draining. This is, I could reach over and turn it off, and yet there's something that keeps you from doing that. There's something that's intriguing enough about what's going on that you just kind of want to see what happens. And I would say about an hour and a half in, hour 15 in, all of a sudden you're really involved and you are invested in these characters that she portrays. She's the only actor in the whole thing, it's just, it doesn't feel like she's the only actor. Even though you know she is, it doesn't feel like it is. It's really good, and it really kind of just takes your breath away. The fact of the talent that Lily Tomlin has really kind of takes your breath away. The play was written by Jane Wagner, I think is how you say her last name. I mean, this thing got Academy Awards. At a New York Drama Desk Award, New York Drama Critics Special Award. I mean, this thing, for a play, which is what it is, it's a play in front of a live studio audience, basically, but you never see any of the audience members. And it was filmed, because it's video, it was filmed multiple times and that kind of stuff, where there's costumes and stuff, and then her on stage. But really good, and she really touches on what it means to be human. I think is like the best way to describe it. So definitely worth a watch. If you can find it, grab it. I highly recommend it. The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe. All right, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your hour. I guess I'll see you in less than an hour, but take it easy, and I'll see you real soon with Expendables. We'll touch on that. So, all right, you guys. I'm gonna sip on my margarita now. Hey, I had sex on the beach earlier.